This is APN, the Daily English News Broadcasting Service, brought to your Press Network today, Sunday, 4th of June 2017. From your Daily English News host, Mr. Sajid Ziyad, greeting with you in Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. Headlines from the APN by the help of different news agencies are as follows. The Canadian President Justin Trudeau needs to press Aung San Suu Kyi on Rohingyas genocide expert. After withdrawal from the UNFC, the KIO seeks to reposition itself. Local villagers fears coal mining expansion in Myanmar. The details are as follows. Myanmar's de facto leader Aung San Suu Kyi will travel to Canada next week to consult with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on constitutional reform, his office announced Friday. Canada is among several Western nations supporting democratic reforms in Myanmar. Suu Kyi's June 5 to 9 trip follows a fresh round of peace talks in the capital, Naypyidaw, aimed at ending a conflict in Myanmar's troubled frontier regions where various ethnic groups have been waging war against the state of almost 7 decades. Summit delegates considered what shape a federal union which is conceptually still in its infancy might take. In a statement, Trudeau said he and Nobel Peace Laureate Suu Kyi would discuss federalism and democratic reforms in Myanmar, as well as regional peace and security, and the importance of promoting democracy, good governance, and human rights. Although he is said to be eager to meet with Suu Kyi, Trudeau's government remains concerned about the situation of ethnic and religious minority groups in Myanmar, according to Canada's Foreign Ministry. Suu Kyi, a former dissident, was given Canadian honor citizenship in 2007. Suu Kyi is one of just 6 people to receive honorary Canadian citizenship. The other are Raoul Wallenberg, Nelson Mandela, and 4th Dalai Lama, the Aga Khan, and Malala Yousafzai. The Kachin Independence Organization KIO, the second largest armed ethnic organization in Myanmar, has recently withdrawn from the United Nationalities Federal Council's UNFC, an alliance of ethnic armed groups. Many people were shocked by the withdrawals, as they had put their hopes in the UNFC, believing that the organization could collectively deal with the government and military to end the perennial civil wars and achieve peace. Surprisingly, the KIO, which led the UNFC, allied with the United War State Army UWSA-led alliance. The phenomenon of inclusiveness in Myanmar peace process is a hitherto puzzling phenomenon. After the culmination of more than 2 years of negotiations, 8 armed ethnic groups signed the Tenzing government-initiated NCA on 15 October 2015. However, the majority armed ethnic organizations, particularly KIO, refused to sign the NCA. The reason given was that the government has set preconditions for 3 small ethnic armed organizations: Arkan Army AA, the Tang National Liberation Army and TNLA, and Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army MNDAA, to disarm before entering their talk. The process was taken over by the new government led by Nobel Peace Laureate Aung San Suu Kyi after the 2015 election. At the end of Aung San Suu Kyi 2016, Aung San Suu Kyi organized a Union Peace Conference, also dubbed the 21st Century Panglong Peace Conference. She also failed to include the previously mentioned 3 armed organizations. The second session of the 21st Century Panglong Conference was held from the 24th to 29th of May 2017, in which the 3 groups attended the opening of conference but were excluded from participating in the conference discussion and ended up having separate meeting with her. A recent visit by a Burmese environmental consulting company to Nama Seaport Township, northern China State, has caused local villagers to fear that the coal mining in their area will soon expand. On May 28, 2017, 10 staff of the Resource and Environment in Myanmar Social Economic Survey REM/SEM led by Dr. Dihasu and Dr. Sandalang arrived in the Namma area where Nguyen Pal Company has been digging for coal since 2004. In the morning, they went to meet villagers of Panga, Huming, Tongji, and Kunapa near the Panga coal mining stage. In the afternoon, the group went to Namma Temple, where they met 79 villagers from Wanglong, Ping Sai, Kupong, Nako near the Nakong mining site. From 1 to 4 p.m., they interviewed 36 villagers, mostly from Ngakong and Kong Pao. Using questionnaires, the staff interviewed the villagers about their livelihood, including their annual income from the paddy fields. They also asked how the coal mining affected them. Most interviews answered that they did not agree with the coal mining operations because of the negative impact. They said a deep artificial lake had been formed in the old coal mining pit at Pingsai. This was causing nearby land to subside, causing water to float into their surrounding farms and causing water pollution in nearby streams. They also described how mining waste was dumped on their farms, impacting their water source and causing fear of landslide. Villagers also mentioned a large 200-foot-long track that had recently appeared in the ground northeast of the Nakong coal mine. The local resident stated that they wanted the coal mining company to withdraw from the Namma area. They said they did not want any compensation. They just wanted the mining to stop. Villagers were substituted that the surveyors only asked questions about the existing mines, not about the planned mining expansion at the Honapa watershed areas, which Jui Pal has been trying to persuade the villagers to accept for years. Local youth were also upset when they asked to keep copies of the questionnaires, and the surveyors were reluctant to share them. One of the surveyors reportedly said, "Who do you think you are? We are here to ask questions, just tell us the answer." So this is enough today for APN English News Service. Thank you for watching our news. Please stay tuned for more updates. They are still to come up next as every day.